From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for The Horse's Mouth. Here, Tommy Max, of course, at my bar, where everyone has a seat to tell their story. Brought to our good friends at the Heritage Capital Group and at Client Focus Media. Campo's Corner continues right here on the show. We're talking a little ball with the coach, of course. Talking a little hot dogs. We're talking some veterans, some food service, and a little bit of business, and a little bit of life, a little bit of everything else. Let's welcome in the panel. Coach Dave Campo is back. Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks.
What's your favorite food to eat, Coach? What do you like?
Pasta.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what, it's the sauce that does it.
Okay.
It's got to be the right sauce.
Are you meat sauce, meatballs? What are you talking?
The whole works.
The whole thing. Yeah.
But I'm not a connoisseur. In other words, I'm not a veal and this.
Gotcha.
And that.
Okay.
I'm a pasta and sauce.
Pasta and sauce. That's all you need.
That's
Simplicity.
it. Yes, sir.
A lot of garlic.
Yeah.
I love garlic.
No question.
Man, no doubt about it. All right, Toby Kirkiles is here.
Tom.
From Hot Diggity Dogs and more. You've been down here since 1993?
1993, yeah.
How'd you make the move?
I transferred with the company. Originally came from Boston, VIA way of Philadelphia area.
Okay.
And company brought me down here. I stayed with them for about 10 years, and I had the self-realization that corporate America wasn't for me, and I had to branch out and think of doing something on my own.
Okay.
And somebody made a joke and said, hey, you know what? You should go get a hot dog cart.
Nice.
I had one in 2 weeks.
Did you really?
And that's exactly what I did, and I'm proud to say I'm one of the last, well, I don't call it a hot dog cart because it's a very large open trailer, so it's a food trailer.
Okay.
But I'm one of the last originals, so I've been in business since 2008. Not too many of the carts around anymore.
How many varieties of dogs are we talking, roughly?
You want me to be honest?
I mean, a brat's in there too, or sausage dogs in there
for what
too?
I sell or in general?
Yeah, no, for what you sell.
For what I sell, I do 3 when I cater. I can do anything, but I'm mainly quality, so I've got to go with Nathan's.
All right.
Nathan's is my dog. When we talk sausage,
Yeah.
there is no better sausage than Fontanini.
Oh,
Now
you try Azar.
You're going to pay for that. Well,
they're local.
I
They're
do
really
Azar,
good.
and I
Azar's
use
good.
Azar for
Yeah.
the smoked and spicy sausage.
it's good stuff.
That is the best. And I don't like anything spicy, but theirs is top notch.
I agree
and
with
it
that.
doesn't shrink, and it's a nice solid 8 inches.
Yeah.
So John and them and Phil, they're the great guys at Azar.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
All right, great to have you on, Toby.
Thanks for having me.
Again, Philip Ayles is here from
Hey,
Ayles
nice to
Solutions.
meet you.
How are you? Thank you for your service first
I
and
appreciate
foremost.
that.
How's it going with the new company?
Well, it's actually going. It's just the awareness of bringing it out to the general public about a lot of the awareness of how hard it is to transition from one mindset, and I call it the warrior mindset.
Sure.
Because that's how we survive. And, I did that and thrived in the military. Well, you know what? When we come back here, it's a little neglected.
Yep.
And we have to realize, you know what? Get into a love mindset, because the family doesn't work the same way. Your structured environment that you were in, it doesn't matter if you were first responder, veteran,
Right.
professional athletes, anybody, guys coming out of college or high school, is getting that understanding of, I gotta love myself first.
Yeah.
And once you understand that, you go, well, all that stuff is, I did it. It's great. It's in the past.
Yeah.
But now what do I do?
Yeah. Well, what you did is part of who you are. It's
Yes.
not all of who you are, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a football player. I have been, but I'm not just a football player, right? Especially now, at all, right? And but the ground, you got to be grounded for that.
Yes.
I think you got to have some faith from the good Lord for that, to where you can say, I'm happy with where I'm at. And the transition will come. Look, it's not easy. It's not easy for. It can't especially be easy for military, especially that have seen combat.
Yes.
Without a doubt, that's got to be a very tough transition. But if you can get together with like-minded people, right, and that's what you're trying to do, to try to bring awareness to say, hey, you can still have a fulfilled life, even though it may not seem that way while you're making this transition.
That's exactly what it is. And it's learning to adapt to the environment that you're in.
Yeah.
I grew up in Ohio, went to Seattle military, and then found my peace and love here in Jacksonville.
There you go.
Good.
Amen.
That's great.
Yeah, amen. No doubt.
Met a phenomenal woman that opened my heart and my soul to love.
Yeah.
Because I fought it before because I didn't think I deserved it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Now her and her mother and her family
Yep.
has changed my whole perspective on life, and now I have better communication with my daughters.
Good. Yeah,
and
man.
everything, because
Better to be happy.
you can't do it alone.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And she's the reason why I choose to wake up every morning and
Good.
go, I've got a grandkid now,
All right.
and let's make this the best place to live on the
Definitely.
planet.
I agree. All the best, man. I really
All right,
appreciate
thank
what
you.
you're doing.
Yeah.
No doubt. Elizabeth Salem is here from Performance Food Service Group. How are you?
Good morning. Good.
Welcome.
How are
A
you?
native.
Native.
All right.
Born and raised.
Yeah, good to have you.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're doing.
Well, I service not all the restaurants, but lots of restaurants in Jacksonville all the way to actually West Palm Beach.
Okay.
So we help with food service needs and beverage as it may be.
Yeah, absolutely. I see the trucks everywhere.
Trucks are everywhere.
Yeah.
Tough business right now with supply chain and
Okay.
economy.
I was going to say,
and
is logistics probably the toughest
logistics,
part of it?
freight is a huge part of it. Freight
Okay.
comes into play a lot.
Yep.
Even sometimes shipments getting delayed at docks because there's no workers to unload the shipment to get to distribution
Gotcha.
centers. So it's just a lot of moving parts right now in food service.
Do you feel like the Baltimore bridge collapse? Do you feel that, that chain being blocked for a little bit? Like, do you guys feel that down here in Florida?
Not from here, from
Okay.
Florida.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff, we get from all parts of the country.
Yeah, sure.
We try to stay local, obviously, for freight costs as much as possible.
Right.
And then when you talk about seafood, it's coming across the seas a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's not coming that direction. It's coming through a different way. But
Yep.
everything else, like the sun, the extra rain in California,
Yep.
we added an extra level to your food because of this tariff and that tariff. So it's a lot of moving parts that we're
You
managing.
guys, you got Nathan hot dogs in the warehouse? What do we got? Oh, we need some? What do you think? Maybe
They've got
a deal.
Fontanini. Well, they're my food suppliers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Yes. Yes.
my food suppliers.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how many restaurants do you guys supply, do you think, in the state or in your area? How many are you?
I have 75.
75.
But I have a larger area than a lot of people.
Okay.
So there's 30 reps that work out of Orlando.
Yeah.
And I work in Jacksonville, but for Orlando.
Yeah.
So, but I have a larger footprint because that's the way it is.
All right, as a wrap up for the panel, this is based off Philip. So what we've been talking about, we're all busy, right? Of course.
Sure.
How do you find your peace? How do you find time for you, peace, all that good stuff?
That's a tough question these days.
Okay.
I have a couple dogs,
Okay.
and I find my peace. I take them to the dog park.
Yeah.
I try to get away from my phone.
Yeah.
Try to spend the downtime doing downtime.
Yeah.
Massage, have a cocktail with my friends. You got to make it happen.
You do.
It doesn't happen on its own.
And dogs love you no matter what.
Oh yes.
Gosh, it's incredible.
My dogs are great.
Gone for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I just left. Like,
I go down to my car, put something in the car, come back inside, and they're like, "Oh, crazy." So
Thanks
yeah.
for being here.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Philip, what would you say, man? How you keeping your peace? How you finding it?
I have paid more attention to my family and realizing they're the rock I have done everything on.
Yep.
And it's about loving myself.
Yeah.
And it took equine therapy to figure that out.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right.
Because everything starts with you.
Yep.
And
Beautiful.
That's where I go from.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For me, it's getting rid of complacency. I got involved heavily more with my church,
Okay.
St. John the Divine Greek Orthodox Church.
Okay,
I
cool.
attend Bible study, church regularly, men's group, and get involved in civic activities with the church and the community. And of course, I do a lot of cooking for the church at their events.
Good.
For our upcoming Easter celebration, which is a little bit different than yours. Ours is in May this year.
Okay.
So I cook for the priests and the dignitaries, but I think getting more involved in church and being more with people, I tend to enjoy doing that.
Good. Great answer. Coach, you got a final word, bud?
Yeah, I love all kinds of music, but beautiful music really brings a lot with me. I'll listen to opera. I'll listen to musicals, Broadway musicals, those kind of things. That's what calms me down.
Yeah. Lately around making dinner time, we've been listening to coffee house jazz.
Okay.
Yeah,
Talk about some
really
soothing your day out.
smooth. I like it as well.
If you think you're all high energy, that thing will take you right
Absolutely.
down to where you need to be.
Absolutely.
Nice bottle of wine.
All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. Really appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out their profiles, this conversation, and many others at the dailynewsnetwork.com website. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
The team at Heritage Capital Group is special because it's a collection of people across the spectrum.
We have people who have been in the shoes of owners that are looking to buy and sell, and professionals that have executed transactions helping buy and sell companies for decades.
I think when you talk to us, see what our experience is, see what our skills are, see the reach that we have, you'll be very happy with the recommendation.